Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 2 of Halls of Horror. I am your host, True Crime Stories, and we are bringing to you an ARG or alternate reality game called The Sun Has Vanished. This one was brought up by my good friend and co-host, Jada. How are you doing tonight, Jada?
Hello, I'm doing great. How are you?
Fan-fucking-tastic. Not excited to hear the audio of that video that we've got in the corner. But,
I don't know what you're talking about. All I see is puppies and raincorns. Or unicorns. Wow.
raincorns.
Raincorns. No, we're doing great.
Yeah, we're doing great tonight, guys. In rare fucking form. So,
Right.
ARGs. I don't know what the fuck these are for the most part, so would you like to enlighten me and our wonderful crowd?
I would love to. So, there are kind of two umbrellas that these types of stories can fall under. One of them is an alternate reality game, and the other one is called unfiction. And unfiction is also used as kind of an umbrella term for this whole category of horror. And essentially, what unfiction means is that it's fiction but isn't presented as such. It's treated as if it's real, if it's in this reality, and that is how either viewer or participant is meant to treat it.
Ah. So
Or
basically, they don't
specifically,
want you to know it's a game, but it's a game.
absolutely not. Um, But there are two ways that you can go about the storytelling with these. One of them, as storylines, is set. There is set roots and endings. And there's no viewer participation needed for these to go through all of the motions to complete the story. Where with like what we're dealing with The Sun Has Vanished, it's an alternate reality game. The whole point is that the viewer and participate in the storyline. And a lot of times it often guides how the story will play out and how the story will end. It's not predicted from the start.
Gotcha.
It has a set rules that you are meant to follow. A puppet master, the person guiding the whole experience, is meant to follow, but ultimately you, the viewer, are meant to make choices when it comes to the game.
Cool. And this isn't like just one media like Twitter or just one at a time, right? It's multiple platforms they can go across.
Yes, it can go across multiple platforms. For this specific game, it is primarily on Twitter. I haven't seen any other branchings, but the more ARGs you look into, the more that you see that a lot of them, whether they are classified as an alternate reality game or unfiction, can be across multiple platforms to tell its story.
Dope.
But oftentimes they have a primary platform where most viewers get the main meat of the story from, and then you get hints from other platforms
It's
of what's
basically like
going
a
on.
big puzzle with little pieces scattered everywhere, is what you're saying?
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Got it. The more you know.
Yeah.
So, we're going over The Sun Has Vanished, and like you've told me before, this is a really popular one.
Yes.
And apparently from what we looked at, it's in Eastern Standard Time, so let
Yes.
everybody
At
know
least all
it's
the
just...
screenshots
Yeah.
that we saw in the video that went over the full story from 2018 to 2019. It was all in Eastern Standard Timing, whether that's the time that the actual
event took place.
Right. Um, I'm not too sure, but as far as the screenshots that we were looking at, they were in Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, I wanted to establish that because I was the one that took the screenshots of this stuff, so it's going to come up as Pacific time, but it's actually set Eastern Standard Time. From
At
that
least as
end.
far as we're aware.
Yeah,
yes.
That's what it looks like from our from what we've seen in our wonderful little in-depth dives into this. So this one starts on April 30th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And
April 30th, 2018.
Yeah. At, what was it, like 9:30 in the morning?
Around then, I believe.
Yeah, it starts with the initial tweet of just help, and that's a great way to start it. And the main character is explaining that the sun is pretty much gone, and the sky is completely black. So we initially get that tweet, and then he posts a clip where's the sun, and he posts a clip of what's actually going on, like what it looks like outside, or of the news of what's going on.
Yes.
We are receiving an influx of reports of ransacking and looting from New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Dallas, and Washington, D.C. More isolated incidents, meaning our room. The president made a public statement this morning urging people to remain calm and stay in their homes. Meanwhile, experts are claiming this phenomenon to be an event similar to New England's Dark Day. And things will return back to normal.
And then this is the second one that came out about 3 hours later of what it looks like outside, which is kind of creepy.
Ugh.
In all honesty. Once that other video was put out, I'm starting to see where those little bits of of an ARG comes in with the first pull.
You start to see a slow build into it.
Yeah.
And at this point, it already gained decent attention.
Yeah, it's a decent amount of attention. About 300 votes is pretty good for a start.
I mean, it's only a day in, if that.
Yeah.
So.
So everybody wanted him to go outside, and he posts a video of this. Now I'm gonna call him TSV because it's just he doesn't give us a name.
Mm-hmm.
But this is him outside, walking around. It's so interesting. It's really dark. What? Yeah, this totally... Oh. That's interesting.
Ugh.
So there's a flickering light that came with that. And that's on May 1st when he posts that one. On the 3rd, after he's talked about acknowledging the lights and that there's no stars in the sky, no planets, a response to somebody that he had asked the question on his thread. He retweeted that and gave that answer. And then looks like he has another video after that the heck? Let me pull those up since it cropped them for some reason.
Oh, weird.
It is really weird, yeah. What is happening here? Might have to pull up the thread, that's fine. No biggie. Let me pull it up since it doesn't want to cooperate with me today. Whoopee.
Yeah, it's the best of us.
Yeah, right? It's fantastic.
It's like as soon as you need something,
Exactly.
of course something has to go
and
wrong.
I literally spent all day just trying to put this together. Why does it gotta be this way? Why you gotta do this to me? I don't care if anybody sees what I'm doing. Go all the way down to the bottom, yay. It probably would work out better anyways, in all honesty.
Yeah.
And you're seeing the screen, right? Looks fine.
No, I'm not seeing the Twitter feed.
Okay.
I'm still stuck on the video.
Maybe, and let me switch. Okay, now you should see it.
There we go.
Yay!
Perfect.
Yee, buddy. We're breaking with Krista now.
Yeah, I believe we're up just a bit past this. We're
ready.
Yeah.
Here we go. So he gets. We are introduced to our first character of the story besides TSV, and that's Danyan. An odd choice in names.
Yeah, Danyan is how I've seen it pronounced.
Yeah. So at least they know that each other's alive, apparently. And TSV's still at his house. But it looks like Danyan is gonna come drive over to him. And Danyan doesn't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, because this just suddenly happened like overnight, according to
Yeah.
the storyline. Like, no context. There was no context given by the
Yeah.
news of what happened either.
Yeah.
It's just, you're kind of thrown into the deep end.
Yeah, you have no fucking clue what's going on. And then it looks like the next day. Or no, it's the same day. He looks out his window and sees this, which is
Ugh.
disturbing. Some guy outside of his house with his back to him, just standing there. Like, ugh. And he sends that picture to Danyan, and that's: get away from the window, keep all lights off, do not talk to them or let them in. And if you see any flashing lights, hide. Ooh.
Now,
Okay.
we just saw flashing lights in, I believe, a video ago.
Yeah, when the first video, you saw like these red flashing lights in the bushes, which is interesting.
Yeah, I can't believe how terrifying that must be to like get that text from Danyan.
Oh yeah, that's
after the
probably
fact.
be
You're like,
crapping my
well,
pants.
shit.
Not too long after that, it looks like he shows up another video. It looks like it's somebody knocking on the door.
Oh, and trying his doorknob.
Yeah. That's not creepy at all. Not.
No, I love when people just try
Love
to
it.
get into my house.
And I guess he's hiding in his room at this point with a baseball bat. Probably the best idea.
He hides in his closet, yeah.
Probably the best idea. And it looks like he gets some sort of communication from somebody after he puts out, if anyone knows anything about what is going on, please message me. 911 and other emergency lines are not responding, and the only radio I have is out in the car. So I'm trying to gather as much information online as I can. And he gets a response from some guy in British Columbia, I think. That's what he said. Yeah. Hey, brother, I'm from British Columbia. I don't know much, but I do know that you should never look into the red light. Ever. If you do, you become like the guy who was outside the door. And he already saw a red light. So... I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I guess he got lucky
I guess so.
with that first encounter. It's a good thing he stayed inside up until now then.
Right. And then it looks like somebody took a picture of where they're at. And it's sunny, so apparently it's not the entire planet. Which is very odd.
It seems like this is somebody from our reality replying to him.
Yeah.
And him being in a completely separate reality is unsure of what's going on.
Exactly.
Because a lot of what you'll see in these threads is that there are some people who play as if they're in universe, whether they are attached to the puppet master or not isn't always known. But majority of the time, you just see people from our version of reality interacting with these games.
Yeah.
And so you have to...
You cut out there, hun.
Oh, I apologize.
You said you have to... blank?
You have to interact with the viewers from our reality, or else it kind of rips them out of the belief.
Yeah. Looks like there's confirmation that Danion's on his way, but he ran out of gas, so he's trying to get fuel 8 or 9 hours away. Oof. That's quite a while.
Yeah.
And here's another poll, it looks like. I'm really conflicted. Some of you say I should go. Some of you say I should stay. What should I do? With 425 votes this time, almost double, with him saying he should stay home. Which is probably the best bet. And then... You're saying somebody's screaming outside. Oh, great. I wonder if it's that guy. I wonder if it's that guy. Ah, beautiful. Gotta love it.
Oof.
Sounds like somebody's getting mauled. That's...
Sounds like they're having a great time.
Yeah, it's a fucking party. Fucking party.
Ugh.
I'm not enjoying
And then
that.
there's the noise at the end, which
Yeah.
you have no idea about.
Yeah. That loud kind of vibrating noise.
Yeah.
So he agrees that it's good he didn't go out. Some responses that he decided to take pictures of people responding. After hearing that, traveling at all seems like a terrible idea. Well, if you were thinking of driving 8 hours before, I think your answer is quite clear now. Obviously.
Right.
Clearly you need to stay where you are. Forget about leaving your friend, though. Should try to make it to you, since he's already out and about. Ask him how he's avoiding detection. Not long after that, we get that actual question. I'm just staying in my car. It's locked off at the moment. After I catch a few winks, I'm gonna try to take a look around. Alright, stay safe. Always you too, bud. I think the next day he gets another text from him. Don't worry about me, dude. I'll find a way to get to you eventually. I walked around for a couple hours and haven't seen anyone, human or otherwise, on the highway. So he thinks he'll be safe. And he has enough food and supplies, even if he's stranded. Which is good.
Makes you wonder where everybody went.
Yeah. It's kind of like that whole Book of Revelations thing where everybody just poof.
Yeah. It's just like everybody just disappears out of thin air, and the
Yeah.
few people that you do see are either crazy or just surviving like you.
Yeah. A few days later, he says that he sees a light outside of his bedroom window. He's going downstairs to check it out. Oh, great. That's a good idea. And we get this. Where the fuck is that coming from?
Oh, shit.
That's not good. So
So this is the red light we've been hearing about.
Yeah.
And we obviously saw in the first video.
Yeah.
Unless that's different. But as far as we know, they're the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So does it turn red when it detects something? Detects a person?
That's a good question.
Not sure.
Never mind.
There's so many questions at the beginning of this ARG
Yeah.
that you're just constantly wondering what is going on.
So he gets another thing from Daniel. Says, you didn't look directly in the red light, right? Yeah. Are you absolutely sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, that's ominous. What street did both of us live on when we were kids? Why? Answer the question. Fraser Road. Okay. We are good. Damn it, don't scare me like that. And then he gets this. Beware of headlights. And Daniel apparently found that looking around. So that's
makes you
really
question
nice to see.
what they mean by headlights. Like, is that a certain type of light? Does that mean that there are other types? I
wonder.
I don't know.
I'm curious. So I'm gonna go ahead and change this up a little bit so that everybody can see everything.
Yeah. And then there's also Daniel immediately asking him about a memory of his after interacting with the red light, which makes you wonder if there's something that Daniel knows that we don't at this point.
Or he's starting to question whether or not TSV is actually TSV.
Right.
And not crazy guys screaming in the road, apparently, I think.
Because I don't think there's been a video to where he's actually spoken as of yet, so it's not like there's any identifying things in the messages that we've seen thus far.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel I have a good handle on the whole situation and thinking rationally and logically, but other times I feel like bawling. Hysteria setting in. And it looks like he's gotten in touch with some people that understand what's going on or have some more experience. This guy's name is Tucker, and he's in Virginia. Was working the night shift when all of these shenanigans went down. Just about to clock out for the day when I realized the sun wasn't up like it normally was when I clocked out. kind of shrugged it off at first, but after a few hours, I was getting really worried. I lived close to a relatively large city, so you can imagine what I had to go through with the riot started. Yeah, So there's been riots going on because of this, which leads us back to that first video of the news feed, of the newscast. Yeah. Everything's coming back to me now. So he's talking about his friend Flynn. Long story short, when I was heading out of town to get away from the mess, I met this guy named Flynn, who was talking about these things that hunt people down. What things? At this point, I didn't believe him, but I started to notice that the crowds and traffic congestion on highways started slowly dissipating. Before you know it, the roads are completely empty. Flynn and I started traveling together after that. We had been finding dark places to hide, eat enough food and water to stay alive, and we're doing pretty good for the first week. But then just a few days ago, he came back inside after taking a leak and started losing it. Kept going on, just talking nonsense. It went on for days, and I was worried that all the stress from this was getting to him. One day it all stopped, and he wouldn't speak, wouldn't even acknowledge me. He just stood like a statue for probably about 12 hours. Then he attacked me out of nowhere. I tried to keep him away, but he just wouldn't stop. I had to stop him. There was nothing else I could do. Wonder what that means? I've been living on my... Yeah, I don't like it either. I've been living on my own for the past couple of days. It's been tough, but thankfully I found an area with power and internet, which is why you can talk to him. He's sorry to hear about Flynn, and he wants the story shared, which has obviously been done. Yeah, okay. Looks like next day this shows up. Someone's knocking on the door again? Yeah. That's, I don't like it.
It's unsettling.
I don't like it at all. I don't like it. So
it almost sounds like a repeat of somebody trying to get into his house.
Yeah. Again. He doesn't know what's going on. He goes to hide in the closet, which is probably the smartest idea. Or he goes, wait, no. Yeah, banging on the door. And then not long after that, we get this one. Let's go back to the beginning. I remember that sound.
Oh no.
Super oh no. I don't like it. How did it not hear that?
Maybe they just aren't that bright.
You're so funny.
I gotta make do, you know?
You gotta try and make something out of this, because this is some deep shit. A couple days later, he says that he went downstairs and the front door was unlocked and wide open, but the alarm outside never came out. Or never went off. Ooh, that's,
Oh.
that's nice. Because of this is what starts happening. Starts putting solo cups up in front of the front door. Look, is it the front door? Or is it like a closet? I can't tell.
I'm unaware.
Setting up solo cups to see if he can hear anything if somebody comes in. And then he gets some cans that he put to the door, both of which are smart on the fly. I wonder how that's gonna work.
Huh?
I said that's good things to do when it's on the fly, but I don't know how
Right.
well that's gonna work. Next day,
10th.
yeah, we hear from Danyon again. I found a car with a decent amount of gas in the tank. All I need is a siphon. Don't worry, I'll be there soon. Let's hope. Here's hoping. Over the course of the last week, I've been increasingly paranoid about someone or something coming into my house while I'm sleeping. And I don't think it's one of those lights. It feels different. I can't explain it, but I can sense it. It seems like he's starting to lose his mind a lot more.
I mean, I can only imagine you've been stuck in the dark for how many days with no sense of internal
Anything, yeah.
clock.
Yeah. Looks like he upped his testing and he put flour in front of that's the front door, yeah. In front of the front door. There's still
It's an
the
interesting
cans.
way to lay out the flower, because you would
Yeah.
think that you would lay it like across the doorway.
Maybe he was running out of it?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Don't question the
Yeah,
protagonist.
don't no questions. And then same guy from British Columbia sends this picture. I think somewhere in here they superimpose it. Yeah. That's nice to see.
Oh,
There's a better one in here somewhere. Oh, there we go.
yes.
I
Is that the one?
think it is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's looks like people are going and superimposing it so you can see everything better, and obviously there's a lot of comments and retweets, so they're getting a lot of traction.
And obviously, up until now, like, we have no idea what the light beings are supposed to look like, if they even are beings.
Yeah, we
For
have
all we
no
know,
idea
they,
what's going on.
yeah,
No idea.
no context to any of this. Or maybe it's one of the people who's gone crazy during all of this.
Yeah. Yeah, and the next day he hears the screaming again, but the flower's still untouched. Screaming sporadic instead of constant, though. Can't record it, but at all. But he thinks later that same day that it's coming from the neighbor's house. Okay. So he asks first Danyon's asking the question, now he's asking the question back. Just curious, what year did we graduate high school? Lol, what? Never mind. So, he's starting to question.
So I guess we can assume that whoever this does affects memory.
Possibly.
Because that was one of the first things Danyon goes to
Yeah.
when questioning if TSV is still TSV.
Yeah. So British Columbia guy doesn't show up. And the trick is still going. The flower's undisturbed. So he says the day after that. Yeah, the person sent me the picture a few nights ago, hasn't responded. The flower test hasn't worked yet. Reoccurring scream outside. I'm about to snap. I would too. Danyon responds, I'm a couple hours away. What's your address again? Okay, he's getting close. We have another poll, and holy crap, look at those numbers. I can't believe I'm doing this. Should I trust Danyon? With 74% of 13,000 votes. That's a lot of fucking people saying don't trust Danyon, which I wouldn't either. Dude, where are you? I've been waiting. And that's on the 16th, so that's 3 days after the flower test started. Answer my question, what year did we graduate high school? Bud, we don't have time for this. Answer my question, answer my question. Are you okay? I'm fine. I'm sorry to say this, but I'm not sure I trust you. Likewise. Well, I guess that's it then.
That was quick.
Yeah, that's really quick. Really, really
Just
quick.
like, okay, I don't trust you. You don't trust me.
Fuck off. Um, so he's getting a lot of updates, and this is the first time he's lashing out at the audience. It seems he hasn't slept because of the screaming. Ran out of bottled water, but drinking from the faucet. But he's about ready to run out of food. I hope losing my only close friend was worth it. Happy. Somebody's not in a good mood.
Ugh.
And then following that, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Flower's disturbed. I don't like this.
Yeah, not a big fan of that.
No.
Of course, it's like after he's already been sleep deprived.
Yeah.
So I don't think that helps.
No. I don't see anything that looks like footprints, though. Which is interesting.
Right.
Okay, that looks like a footprint. Kind of. Sort
Very
of.
big one.
Yeah.
I don't want to meet whatever made that footprint.
Me either. And then he decides, it looks like later that day after that he's gonna get the fuck out, which is smart. So he decides he's going to the neighbor's house where he's been hearing the screaming. That was smart.
Ugh.
And that's the neighbor's house, apparently. That doesn't look creepy at all.
Just walk into the perfect horror movie scenario.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I
just
do.
go over there, yeah. Just go over there and
It's not like you can't ransack the other houses. No, you have to be that one.
yeah, it just has to be that one. Is that one? Okay, and then not long after that, it looks like he's taking a video of him going into the house. And it's already open.
Oh, lovely.
It's unlocked.
Ah. Okay.
Fuck.
Hello?
Oh.
You'll hear his voice for the first time. For a second, that looked like somebody was creeping around the corner. Dead silent.
Hello?
Cane. What's that on the table?
Placemat, maybe? Or,
I have no idea. That's eerie.
okay.
So, at this point, we've been introduced to the fact that all lights are gone because the sun's gone, like completely fucking gone.
Sun's gone, the stars are gone, the moon's
Yeah.
gone.
Everything's
Everything's
gone.
fucked.
And then our TSV's reaching out to people and talking to his friend Danyan, who's coming to get him from like 9 hours away. We start hearing screaming, and there's a dude outside just staring into nothing. What else happened?
Dan and him decide that they can't trust each other at the moment.
Yeah.
We also get an interesting comment by TSV about his food and water situation.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that he points out that he's run out of bottled water, so he's been drinking from the faucet.
Yeah. Which, I mean, is normal, but...
Yeah. I thought it was interesting because it just seems like such an odd thing to point out because either way you still have water. So I'm not seeing the change, the big emphasis on why it's mentioned. Like the
Yeah, I'm
food,
not either.
I completely understand because you're running out of food. You're running out of resources that you
Yeah.
need to stay alive.
Yeah. And then our dude takes off towards the worst direction and goes to where the screaming's coming from, or at least he thinks it's coming from, and to the neighbor's house. Huh. And that's where we're at the moment.
I don't know what Chad thinks, but I
Yeah.
feel like that's not
Curious.
the option I would choose.
I don't think so either. So it looks like we've got quite a bit of good people here. We've got Luna came in. Chick. Welcome. Yes, hashtag true crime is over party.
Hi, Tobes.
Hi Tobes, hi Falters. Yeah, I use light mode because dark mode hurts my eyes and it's hard for me to see. Sorry, I've got astigmatisms. Fuck you. I'll take the cancellation for that. Whatever.
It happens to the best of us. We
I
all
know.
get canceled at some point.
I know. So, what is everybody thinking about this so far? I think that he's made some good decisions, and then he's made, like, the worst fucking decisions on the planet afterwards.
Yeah.
It just...
Hello, Mike.
And hi, Mike. Oh, Jesus. We see you. Senpais see you. Okay, this is getting... We were bored of the darkness. Yep.
Jesus.
Glad to see more horror content. So are we. Love this shit.
Yeah.
Well, I like the serial killer side of stuff and the crimes things, but I don't do horror too much because it makes me paranoid and it doesn't go away. So I'm not sleeping tonight.
Oh.
Then again, I haven't been sleeping very well the last couple nights researching this, so yay!
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe the lights are gonna
That's
show
fair
up, and
point.
I'm just gonna hear screaming down the street and go to my neighbor's house. Oh wait, I have guns. Yay!
Just shoot the lights. We're good.
Just shoot him in the fucking face. We're good.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah. So from
Whether they're metaphysical or not, doesn't matter.
doesn't matter. Just do the thing. So he's gotten to the neighbor's house fine. And then he takes a break to recuperate and clear his mind. So he poofs for like 2 days. Obviously, he's May 18th to May 20th. Next day, he reaches out to Tucker. What's going on? Please message me. Discovered something interesting and did an experiment. On the 24th, the glass of water from the neighbor's house I've been staying at. The bottle is from my house about a week ago, which he filled with tap water, like he said earlier.
Ah.
That looks very different.
Yeah, so there was an emphasis for a reason, story-wise.
Yeah. Look at that water, though.
Ugh.
What the fuck is in that?
And I guess when you're completely in the dark, you really can't tell.
No. And I don't
Makes
think
you
you
wonder,
probably
like,
can
why.
taste it.
Yeah, I doubt it. And even if you can, like, it's either that or you don't drink. So
Yeah.
you're kind of screwed either way.
But
There's no good option.
Yeah. By the 25th, he says that it's too quiet and he doesn't like this. I wouldn't either. Ooh. I was walking past the coffee table and I noticed this sticking out from under a couple of magazines. I'm gonna hang on to this. Oh! That's what I was seeing in that video.
Oh.
I was like, what was that? Remember, don't look into the light. Don't move. They see motions. Don't produce light. They will see. The strobe, question mark, question mark, question mark? So we're
So
getting
it
the
seems like-
reiteration of don't look into the light
Yeah.
and get down, obviously, but don't move and don't produce light is kind of new.
And obviously we saw the fact that they see motion in the one video to
Yeah.
where our protagonist ducks under the table and that's when the light turns red.
Yeah, that makes sense. No response from Daniel or Tucker, so it's been quite a while since he's gotten anything. Looks like he's going at the audience again. FYI, it's sort of a sensitive subject, but I don't have any family contact, so you all can stop asking. Ooh, doesn't like us very much, does he? Thankfully,
No.
Daniel pops up again. I know you don't trust me, and I don't trust you, but if you're still you have to get low. Get out of sight, whatever it takes. Okay, then. And looks like whatever flew over the house is back again. I don't like that.
What the fuck?
Sounds like it's shaking the fucking house.
Whatever it is, it has to be fucking gigantic.
Yeah. There's
I don't
no
wanna
way it
know.
could be anything else, man. That's...
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know either. He tries to take... Oh. Uh-oh. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Ew. I don't like it. I do.
I wonder if anybody
Looks like a weird
superimposed
fucking
that?
pyramid.
I wonder if anybody superimposed that, baby?
Oh! Lovely.
Fuck. Lovely. God damn it.
You know, that's what I like seeing when I look outside. You know?
Yeah, just this big fucking diamond thing that I don't know what the fuck it is. Yeah. Totally what I want to be seeing. Yeah, totally.
Nothing make you feel safe and lull you to sleep like the shaking of your house.
Yeah. It's just 30 days in. Holy shit, it's been 30 days already? Into this. Oh god. And then he woke up to that. Looks blue. Does that look blue to you?
Yeah, that looks like a completely different thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
because you
looks...
can even like see as like it reaches into the shadows, it's more of a blue than anything else.
Yeah.
Ew.
Just heard yelling, but this time it sounded like a person was in agony. It's just quiet now. The blue light is still there.
Ugh.
Finally disappears on the 30th, the next day. And another poll. Should I leave the bathroom now or stay put for a little while longer? 54% of people said leave, and note the amount of votes. Last time it was like 13,000.
Yeah.
Now it's almost 3 times that much. And it's only been maybe a few days later. This is ridiculous the amount of traction it's getting.
Also, I hate whatever that right under. I hate it.
This?
Yes,
I hate it too.
I hate it.
I don't...
I don't know what it is.
I don't like... Nino like... He looks like fucking Lord Voldemort. Okay, that was funny. That was funny. Okay. I left the bathroom. I'm trying my best to stay calm as I type this, but I think there's a dead body in the middle of the street. Lovely! There's no way I'm taking a picture of the body. This is too gruesome. I'm just going to try and avoid it. I'd probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I don't really know what you would really do with a dead body. Like, do you loot it? Disrespectful?
I don't fucking know, but I don't like it. Um, as you do, he goes digging around and finds this. 5-star. Holy shit, that's taking me back. I guess this was a diary. This was what's inside. I regret my decision to stay. It has gotten incredibly lonely, and I have come to terms with the fact that I may never see Martha or my grandkids again. I'm assuming Martha's the wife.
Unless it's like a side piece, which is an interesting thing to write about. But...
Yeah, that would be interesting. I pray to God that they, at the very least, are safer than I am. I have no real caution or regard for my own life anymore. Wonderful. I can only hope that what I gather from my near-suicidal experiments, blank, 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 can be useful to someone else at a later date. I either die and be at peace, or I get more information. Both outcomes sound favorable. Experiment notes, I placed several flashlights around the perimeter of the house, testing them at different times, at different intensities. Control being no light at all. I believe the entities are more attracted to the flashlights than myself. Why? I got back inside before any permanent damage was done. Blue lights appeared after day 6 in the dark. Is there any significance? No, light sources do not seem to attract their presence. Okay, that's different. So it's attracting the white lights and maybe the red lights, but it's not attracting the blue ones.
Huh.
Interesting. Unlike the entities producing white-red flashing lights, the blue lights are higher in elevation and also seem to come from a different entity altogether. I don't know what the fuck that means.
I don't like that there's more going on
Yeah.
around these parts.
Yeah. I believe the blue lights may also be more likely to more in unison. To
move
in
in
unison. To move in unison. It looks like an R.
Yeah.
However,
Too.
yeah, there is no way to know for certain until they return, if they return at all. That's definitely different. It finally happened. I was being reckless and I looked into the light. The red light. I feel empty inside. The sun is back. So, that writing is completely different.
Yeah. So I guess all we need to do to get the sun back is to look into the red light. Perfect.
Beautiful.
You know, it's so simple.
Yes, the sun is still gone. I have no clue what this journal is talking about. Seems like the same talking nonsense Tucker was talking about with his friend Flynn. So another instance of somebody looking into the red light and then going fucking bonkers. So what happened to him? Did he kill himself? He wasn't. Maybe that's a dead body that was outside. Ooh.
Maybe?
Looks like Tucker's alive. Yay. And he decides to send him messages. Sorry I was gone so long. Power went out where I was. I've relocated. Power. Trying to slowly work my way towards the west coast. So they are on the east coast. Okay.
Okay.
I saw the picture you took with the thing in the sky. If you ever see one of us again, get as low as you can. And if you see the blue light, do not let it shine on you. He's okay, and he's considering what he's been through. Well, when I got out, I saw someone running away. When the blue light shined on them, they, well, suffice to say, it wasn't pretty. Okay.
So I guess that just kind of reiterates the fact that the blue lights and the red lights are two complete
bad
things.
And one seems to be maybe worse than the other. I'm not sure.
Depends on how you take it, apparently.
Oh, wonderful. The body's gone. Didn't see what happened, but it's not in the street anymore.
Don't like that.
No, I don't either. The water from this house is dark now. Oh, shit. Thankfully, I filled up the bottles with clean water, but I won't be able to stay much longer after I run out. That's
Huh.
3 days later, noticed that like there was like every day, multiple times a day, he was texting or not texting, tweeting, and then there's like a 3 day gap here. Huh.
I think there's about like a month between when he first enters this house and then when the water changes too.
Interesting. So he reaches out to Danyon again, trying to get him to respond. And 20 hours later, still no response. 4 day skip here. That's not good. Guys, someone's at the window. It's too dark for me to make out anything. I just hear frantic knocking. Could be Danyon or it could not be. I guess there's only one way to find out. I don't like this. I don't fucking like this.
Oh no.
No, 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 no. So you want to work for me?
That would be nice.
That would be nice. Doesn't like me.
That's just rude. That's just
Very
rude.
rude. How wooed. How wooed.
Well, I guess we don't get to hear the knocking.
I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing, honestly. Let me see if one of the other ones will start playing. That one plays fine.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just that one.
It looks like the next one's playing fine too.
Yeah.
I guess we can just move forward because that's not necessarily the scariest one.
They're still at the window. I don't know what to do. The person's standing at the window. That they're not making noise anymore. So this is over like at least 24 hours this is going on. And then
I can't imagine how paranoid
this.
he must be just sitting in his house.
What the fuck? I don't like it.
Oh.
Oh! Fuck!
Ah.
Fuck! Fuck me. I
Bad
don't
noises.
like it. They're in the house now. They're looking for me. That's really nice to see.
Oh, I hate it.
I hate it. I hate it so much. So he's hiding under the bed for another day. This is like 2 days now. Where should I check first? And everybody wants him to go upstairs. And he finds this. Great!
I love that they're painting the house for us. New decorations.
Yeah.
It's just paint.
Yeah, we'll say it's paint. Yeah, totally. Aw, that's not paint. She's
That
whatever-
one I don't think is paint.
Whatever it is, it's really fucking skinny. What is happening? And somebody decided to blow it up a little bit, superimpose it. Oh, that's wonderful.
So grateful for that. Thank you.
Mhm,
Whatever
thank you.
user did that.
Staying low, staying safe. The next day, she gets locked in the room where she's standing. She's still standing there with her back to him, which is like the guy who was outside the window. I don't think she's like that anymore. I woke up to find the door busted open. Oh! Wonderful! Wonderful! Oh, don't you dare do this to me. Don't you fucking dare. Ooh, I hate you. You were working earlier. And it puts me all the way at the top again. Fuck you. I hate Twitter. Have I told you I hate Twitter? I really hate Twitter.
I understand.
Oh, there we were. Where did she come from? Where did that come from?
Oh.
It's like they stepped down from something. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's kind of like a stumble walk. What the fuck? I really don't like that.
Ugh. It's just so unnatural the way it moves.
Yeah, and a gunshot. Like, that hand coming out of the bed, I swear to God, I would lose my shit.
And then you hear, like, the protagonist freaking out while under the bed, too, which doesn't help.
I found you on Twitter. Is that you honking outside in the gunshot? Yup. Ooh, somebody's fucking dead. So we have the problem as we had before. Can I trust you? At your 11th birthday party, I gave you a Batman Lego set. Is that good enough? Grab your stuff, let's go. Oh,
no shit.
Yeah. And then we get this. Run, Forrest, run. Okay, so looks like he's getting out of the house, which is a good thing. I think.
And now he's in the car with Danon, as far as we know.
Yeah, Danyon.
Danon.
Go, Gert. Yeah, feet, it's pretty gross. So he's at the neighbor's house. He finds a bunch of notes. And what bugged me about the notes is that when you're under stress, it shows that it shows in the way you write. And that was a drastic change from how they were writing previously. It was really neat, and then all of a sudden it's just this jagged, increasingly bigger writing.
Right.
So that's worrying. And then somebody, whoever that thing is, bashed their head through the window and got into the house and almost found him. And then it looks like Danyon distracted him, got him outside, and fucking shot him to death, which is great. Thank you, Danyon. Best friend.
Yeah, I guess, I think in the video you can actually see the gun, but I could be wrong.
That's what Falters is saying. Let me double check. Let me see the gun.
Yeah.
See if we can see the gun. He's in the car. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
pistol.
There it is.
It's pretty. Love it.
So at least we can kind of confirm that it was Danyon who shot the gun.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about somebody else in the area being the one to do that. But that also brings up the question, does noise attract those things?
Could be. Possible.
Because if he had decided not to get in the car with Danyon at this point, and Danyon had shot the gun, he could have completely screwed over our protagonist.
That's true. Very true. At this point, I'm more than unsettled. That second to last video of chick reaching under the bed at him, I would shit my pants. I would literally shit my pants.
Yeah, no, I hate it. I actually hate it.
Yeah. Yeah, Train. Unfortunately, it's a lot of Twitter reading because it's all on Twitter.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, there's a lot of ARGs that are on different platforms. So it just happens to be one that's on specifically this.
When it comes to Twitter ARGs, it's a bit harder to break them down
Yeah.
as much because you don't have as much as the visual cues as you
No.
would with a YouTube-based ARG
Yeah.
or others similar to that.
Yeah.
So it kind of does suck because it really is just reading tweets and going through that and trying to break down the videos as best we can
Yeah.
while connecting them to the tweets that we have.
Yeah. Okay. So it looks like it's almost a month in between that him getting into Danion's car and then posting again.
Yes, I believe it is. Or at least around a month when he comes back.
Looks like they went out to the boonies and used camping gear. Just camp outside. And then they were able to post something. He was able to post something because he got to cell towers. So this is supposed to be a star in the sky?
A star, quote unquote.
Quote unquote. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It disappeared really fast. The fuck?
Okay.
Yeah, that's unsettling.
So here's the thing with that video. In the when we went to the neighbor's house through our protagonist, the neighbor, through his research, seemed to identify the fact that the blue lights fly at a different elevation compared to the red lights, right? And that both are seemingly affected by motion. It makes you wonder if that's another one of those lights. It sees the movement and then fades out.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know if it's maybe doesn't do anything or if it's just meant for observation, but it's an interesting theory to consider because otherwise we have no explanation for why this just disappears out of the blue. Because it's not the ship that we've been seeing, because that makes a bunch of noise.
Yeah,
and it's not one of the other lights that we've been seeing.
Yeah.
At least the two types that we have seen.
Okay, this is interesting. Next thing he says, I don't really care about that first paragraph, but he says, but unfortunately, there was some rising conflict between us. Daniel isn't a fan of me broadcasting my situation to the internet. He thinks it's dangerous. My philosophy is that I have a chance to reach other people who might be in the same situation as I am. And he apparently hasn't been able to get to reception. We got another video. What is that?
Interesting.
What is that? What the fuck is that? Looks like somebody... Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't like it.
Obviously, it's either the same ship or another one of the ships that we've already seen at this point.
Yeah.
So that's lovely. We love to see that.
So they packed up after seeing that and got out of Dodge. Do I trust Daniel? Yes. Do I trust his judgment? I'm not sure. And 5 days later is another post. Camping out next to a cell tower. Daniel took the car and left a few hours ago to find more fuel. How close is the activity to your campsite? Haven't seen anything yet. Fingers crossed. looks like there's a new person that popped up. Hey TSV, I'm Nat. I've survived 2 months now thanks to the info you've accumulated and shown us. I owe you. I want to make a guide for survival, pick up where the news outlets left off. I've been trying to collect anything I can from other survivors out there, and was wondering if you had any tips. Without knowing your situation, all I can say is to stay low. If you're inside, stay away from the windows and doors. Good luck with your survival guide. That's helpful.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's answering questions from people. Hasn't seen the thing in the sky since that first time. He has no idea why the sun went out at all. The next morning he wakes up and Danny has not returned.
Weird.
12 hours later, he asks where he is and doesn't get a response. Another day, he's still screwed. 38 hours, and Danny hasn't showed up yet. Wonderful. I can't see anything, but I can hear someone walking around my tent. Oh, lovely. That's like 4 days after Danyan disappears. And we see this.
Ugh.
Don't move, dude. So it looks like Flicker Guys found him again.
Yeah, but it was a weird sporadic fucker.
Yeah, he says this one is different from the others. It just wandered aimlessly and flickered at random intervals. I wonder why. I'm fighting the urge to go check it out. I know it's too risky, but I have only 5 hours of battery left. Well, 50 hours would be ridiculous. Not a single sign of Daniel's return, and not much else to lose. So how long ago did he leave?
Has to be over 40 hours at this point.
More than that, probably. Where did he leave? Because on the 12th, he left. Yeah. So by the 16th, he still hasn't shown up again. That's when we have the next poll, where he's told to go outside. Almost 40,000 votes. He's leaving the tent and going outside. And he snapped this picture while he was outside. I don't see anything. Let me see if anybody sees something in the comments. Ah, I hate that picture.
You can kind of see the figure on the right,
Yeah.
and
Figure
apparently those
something.
crops are like 6 to 7 feet tall.
Yeah. Interesting.
Wait. Right there?
This one?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it just seems to make it grainier.
Yeah. But still, it is very, very creepy.
So we can only assume that that's like the entity that's been flickering,
yeah.
I guess.
So yeah, it's saying crops are about 6 to 7 feet high. So it's probably taller than that. And he's been following it around. 2 hours of battery left, so he decides to power his phone down.
Wait,
Ooh.
so does this mean that like the lights that we've been seeing actually have a physical form to them? Or is this something different? Because he
Possibly.
did note that it reacted differently and seemed to be aimless in the
Yeah.
way it traveled. So it could be something completely different entirely that we are not aware of.
Yeah. It's true. But it's worrisome that Danyan's gone.
Right.
And hasn't come back at all.
And I think the sun TSV noted before Danyan right after Danyon left that Danyon didn't like him communicating online during this whole time.
That was before that, yeah.
And that he
Before
didn't
that,
like
yeah.
him. Yeah, and that he didn't like him announcing
Yeah,
what was going on with them. But
exactly.
that's his social media is the whole reason Danyon was able to save him.
Exactly.
So
It's the
it,
paranoia.
yeah, there's something interesting going on towards like, okay, why? But also, why didn't he warn him before this to
True.
not post on social media? Because he had it. He had the ability to.
Yeah. I'm not liking where this is going. Um, see what everybody's thinking. It's fine. I would only be problem those not acquainted with Twitter ARGs. Probably. Um, Dear David has less visual stuff to work with.
Dear David's another good fiction ARG, but I believe it got ended up getting picked up for a possible movie. The
Oh
last I
wow.
remember it leaving off.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's by like a famous Twitter artist too.
interesting.
It
Yeah,
was
it's
like his
gonna.
passion project.
I'm gonna get a lot of assistance sleeping tonight, medic. Yeah, absolutely. Fucking absolutely. So now this is what, about 3 or 4 months now?
Yeah,
We
I
got that
think we
last
started
one?
back in end of April.
Yeah, so this is going
So,
on 3 months now.
damn.
And then, holy
I
shit.
can't imagine being stuck in this hellhole for 3 months
Me either, man. That would be fucking
and
insane.
surviving. The fact that he survived this whole time, especially with how many close calls we've seen on his Twitter.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Like,
sarcasm, medic. Absolute sarcasm. I'm gonna hate the dark tonight.
well, at least the dark means that there's no lights.
Yeah, but I can't hide under my bed. There's not enough room.
Oh, shit.
I'm fucked. I'm utterly fucked. Uh, so from that last post where he powers down to where he comes back is September 30th. That's like 3 months later.
So he's been stuck in this hellhole for 6 months.
Yeah. 6 months now.
Actually, it'd be
April, May, June, July, August, September. May, June,
yeah,
July, August, September. No,
yeah,
about
six.
5 months. 5 months.
Well, he comes back September 30th, and this starts April 30th. So it would be 6 months, technically.
Kinda?
So,
You cut out again.
guys,
To
either
me.
way, he's been stuck in this hellhole for 6 months and survived this whole time.
Yeah, that's really crazy. Low battery, but there's a car. And the lights are on. That's not a good sign. Okay. Looks like he's trying to go towards the car.
I hope that's like he's producing.
Yeah. Agreed. Why would you do that outside? Why
Just
would
wait
you?
till we get to the car.
Exactly. I don't like that sound. Oh, star.
Ugh.
Maybe star. No, that's the car light.
Oh, okay. I was like,
It looked like a
ugh.
star, but I'm like, uh-oh. Turn this light off, get in the car. Get in the fucking car. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, fuck no. I'm scared. I don't like it. Usually I like the color blue, but I don't like this. still hear whatever it is. Get in the car, get in the car. Low crawl, low crawl. Nice, there you go. Safety. Kinda. Guess what I find interesting is you can hear it revving up to do the blue light.
Yeah.
Like, it starts building up like a buzzing sound. And it gets louder and louder and then it goes off. Interesting.
It seems like he stayed still
Yeah.
to, I guess, lower its defenses.
Possible?
Because I know the neighbor in his notes had mentioned that they see motion. So I wonder if that's what comes into play. I guess you just play dead.
Or you wait till the blue light's over and stay low.
Yeah.
Interesting. So he's giving us an update on what's going on. After I powered off my phone to save last bit of battery juice, some followers of the Twitter account figured out where I was and came to rescue me. They brought me to their shelter and had food and clean water, so I decided to live with them for about 2 months. So he was with them 2 months. I think the fight patterns changed. We got found out and they didn't make it, so his friends are dead. Wonderful. Just wonderful. That's why I've had to learn how to evade the ships on my own for the last few weeks or so. And it takes them about 2 days to get to a cold spot. It's interesting that it gets hot when they're around and then it kind of cools off when they're not.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes you wonder why.
Yeah. There's something that I've been avoiding talking about. When Daniel left, he said he would come back, but he never did. He basically left me for dead out there in the woods. I didn't really say anything here, but I was so angry at him, I couldn't believe I trusted him. Yeah, that was kind of dumb. But when I turned my phone back on, I got a flood of texts from him. Hey, bud, you haven't answered any of my calls, so I don't really know if you're gonna get this or not. I just wanted to say I'm sorry the way I treated you, even the few times my mind was actually clear, wasn't fair to you. I shouldn't have left you there. I was scared and I was confused and I didn't know what else to do. Because of what I know, I got in trouble with some people. They are threatening to kill me, and if I don't tell them what they want to know, threatening to kill me if he doesn't tell them what they want to know. Do you remember when we used to be close before moving away and starting our own lives where we were happy? I know it's something everyone says, those were simpler times, but they really were. Well, there's so much stuff I never did and never said. It's too late now. I had my chances to fess up. Again, I'm so sorry. If I'm not a goner by the time you read this, and he gives them coordinates, I wish I was a better friend to you.
So,
okay.
At least Daniel admits he's fucked up.
Yeah.
He recognized that he left out of fear. And Medic, I don't think we know what they've been eating. I don't think it's ever specified by our TSV.
No, they haven't specified anything on what
Other
they've been
than
eating.
the water.
Yeah.
The water's really been the main focus of when it comes to this type of specification.
Mm-hmm. And oh no. Mistakes are being made. You're not a goner. You are not a goner. I'm gonna come find you, okay? Please tell me you're reading these. His coordinates are really, really far away, but I have to find him even though I'm still upset for what he did. I can't leave him in whatever the hell situation he's got himself into. So he's gonna go find him.
I don't blame him though. I mean, especially if it's like that's the one person you've like found and knew before all this happened, and there's a chance that they're still alive. I'd probably go after them too, so I'm not alone.
I would have been like, fuck that. You fucked me over once, what means you're not gonna fuck me over again?
I feel like I feel like you make a lot of mistakes out of fear. And so for me, I don't think I'd hold that against them. It's a hard situation, and you kind of have to figure out what to what's best. And sometimes you fuck up or end up fucking somebody over when you're making those decisions.
Yeah. And apparently there's someone going after them. I don't. It's weird.
Yeah.
There's something else I haven't told you all. Neglected to mention it because I had no idea what I saw or heard. I have actual proof. Let's let it restart. That's a jet. That has to be a military grade jet. Yeah, absolutely. It's absolutely a jet.
I guess so this is also interesting. When you're listening to this audio, I don't know about you, but this is the first time I can remember hearing actual wildlife in the audio.
I've heard it before back when he first went out. There were
Right.
crickets. But other than that, I haven't heard anything.
Since then, it's been dead silent. And I mean, obviously, we're just hearing crickets. I haven't seen signs any actual animals from what we've been shown. This shows that it's not just civilians are still alive.
Yeah. But that makes you wonder why hasn't there been more activity from the military at this point? Why are we
Right.
only seeing them now? About a month ago, I saw one of the ships flying nearby, and after a loud noise, it suddenly exploded and then came crashing down. So, what? A jet fucking blew it up. That's interesting. There's another 4-day skip here. And he's still going over there. And now he's getting kind of like survivor's guilt, it looks like. It really hit me just how many people have been impacted by all of this. How many friends, how many families. I wish I could do more to help. It's weird being open and talkative to you all now, but it's nice to actually communicate with people.
Mm.
Just read his updates. Oh my god. So apparently he's gone outside and this is what he found.
Oh shit.
Everything's dead. Been staying in a cold spot. This one clearly hasn't been traveled in a long time. The trees are dying here. I don't like it.
So this is, I guess, how things have been staying alive is through these hotspots, flying over them,
Yeah. Possibly.
which goes into all sorts of weird biology
Yeah.
questions. Like how are these heat spots apparently giving enough nutrients to keep the trees alive? Does it I would think that maybe the lights that we've been seeing probably fly the same routes, I guess, as these ships. And maybe
Yeah.
that's how. But Interesting.
It's
Interesting
really
thing.
interesting. This gets more weird. Or just gets weirder. Just drove past a junkyard full of cars. Something odd I noticed. All the mirrors were gone. Why?
I
Why?
remember when I read this part, it's such a weird, specific thing to be gone because it doesn't say necessarily windows, it's just the mirrors.
Maybe it has something to do with not seeing light reflected off of it.
I would think so because, like, it makes you wonder if these are actual entities, like what we saw the one being that was outside the tent, assuming that they're all like that. Um, Maybe it can affect their physical form if their light is shown on them,
Uh huh.
on themselves. But then that comes into question, what if they run into each other? Does that screw them up? I don't know.
I don't
There's so
fucking
many
know.
questions.
And then more questions, obviously. I am a Russian soldier camping out an old military base and recently killed a what we call demon lights. Because I'm not gonna try and pronounce that. No fucking way. We shot a ship out of the sky in an old World War II anti-air cannon, and it attacked our camp. We killed it with a T-14 Armada armored tank. We quickly learned contact with the body equals death. More are coming, some are bigger than others, and a mothership is right above our base, and it will crush us if we shoot it. Please acknowledge this, for it might be our last stands. So you can kill them, but if you touch the dead bodies, you're dead.
Oh. So so I guess we were right in theorizing that these actually do have physical forms.
Apparently. Maybe that's the dead body that he saw out on the street, because that never was.
Oh.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know.
Using the actual dead bodies for physical forms.
Maybe. I don't know. Nothing has
Because it
been.
makes you wonder, like, why are all the dead bodies gone? And I think after this is when our main protagonist is gone for a month.
Yeah, he is gone for a month. Uh, the next time
But
he. A little over a month. The next time he posts it, it's the 29th of November.
but
Um,
people won't find out what that is until next time.
no, we're not there yet. We still a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're waiting for the next poll. I
Oh,
can't
okay.
help but feel like I'm already too late. I haven't heard a word from him. Something is really off, but I can't put words to why. Wait, what the hell do you mean I've been gone for a month? It's only been a week or so. Holy shit, he's lost track of time. And then he took pictures of this, so it looks like water. Like a marsh or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember how I got here. It's a day later. I'm racking my brain trying to think of what happened. Wish I'd tweeted more so I could remember, but you guys are right. It's been a month. Oof. And somebody asks about checking their camera, and this is what he finds. It's from 4 years ago, and the album's called Remember. Is this where he's at? I don't know. That's weird.
Maybe, but it seems like the memories are from 4 years ago.
Yeah. It's weird. I know I sound crazy, but it feels. Now we're into December. But it feels okay to stay here. I think here is safe next to the water. Next to the water. Huh? Uh, and then Tucker tells him he needs to leave now and he's not safe. That the water's designed for them to. Him to be stuck there so that the things can come get him. And then we get this as a picture. What the fuck is that? See it? Anybody impose it anywhere?
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't like
wondering.
it.
It doesn't seem like a lot of people like it.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. It doesn't look like anybody fucked with the picture. But, dude, that... I don't fucking know.
Strange, that's for sure.
He gets away from him, clearly. I understand now that what people mean when I hear about close encounters with these things. It isn't just a light, it looks into you. Ah. You alright? Yeah, just a bit scraped up. I meant mentally, not physically. So Tucker already knows that something's gonna be up.
Right.
Oh, I don't know. I feel different, I guess. I swear on my life that I didn't look into the light. It's just that I've never been this close to one before. Yeah, I think I understand what you mean. Asked about the water. From what I heard, that seems to be a purpose of whatever is in the water. It leaves you psychologically vulnerable and easily influenced by circumstances. The question is where it came from and why. Weird. 2 days later, looks like there's more existential crisising going on. Because he doesn't understand why he's alive. And why they're letting him live. And why the hell they're even there.
I mean, I think I would have that a lot sooner than he did.
I question everything. I question fucking everything.
Well, I mean, suspicious.
Yeah.
They clearly have the ability to kill them off whenever they want to.
Yeah. And
And with how many run-ins he's had, I wouldn't
Yeah.
be shocked.
And he kind of elaborates on it again because he starts talking to people. How you survive all this time. I've been asking myself for a while now. I don't know how to say this without sounding like a tinfoil hatter, but I'm starting to feel like this isn't just sheer luck. It's weird. Still going towards the coordinates. Still over 100 miles away from where those coordinates are. Do you think he'll be the same guy if you survive in the end? I don't want to be rude, but what end? I don't see how this is going to stop anytime soon, but I have to survive. I have to. I need to make sure Danion's okay, at the very least breathing. He's all I have now, no other friends, no family. This is my chance to make things right. Make it right. He left you for dead. No, he didn't. In his text, he talked about getting in trouble with some people he was running. It wasn't his fault. Okay, and then 10 days later, he's Merry Christmas. Completely way off there.
He's trying his best.
Yeah, and then 4 days later... Okay, this is interesting. What's your reason to wake up in the morning? That sounds like somebody that wants to die. To me.
Or at least is going through some serious mental trauma.
Yeah.
From all he's been through. I wouldn't blame him.
I wouldn't either. So he's gotten to a highway. And he puts up the last pole we're going to go over. It's risky, but I have to take a chance. Going through the city will take much less time than trying to go around. What do you think? 50,000, almost 51,000 people voted, and most of them said go through the city. Which he does. Last thing that we're going to go over for the last tweet of the year is, city it is. I'll start driving again soon. Wish me luck. And that's the very last day of the year.
Yep.
Alrighty, so that's the entirety of 2018.
2018, yeah.
Yeah, that's just 1 year.
Jesus.
Yeah. So at this point, we're just getting a lot more information on how TSV is feeling and how he is mentally getting through all of this. And it seems like he's deteriorating fast. Like, really fast.
Of course. I mean, I can only imagine the amount of trauma that he's had to go through especially just being kind of thrown into this. It sounds like there was no kind of gradual ease into this new reality. It was just like one morning you wake up and suddenly the sun's gone. There's riots going on, and suddenly everybody you know is just slowly disappearing.
Yeah. It's just getting it goes back to what somebody said earlier, is that they're hunting people. And that's
Yeah,
really what it seems like. It really seems like they are hunting people down but we don't know what the reason is, which is really weird. Um I don't know how to feel about this. This is just unsettling to even just watch it continue. It's extremely disturbing.
it's like we're at a point.
We're at a point where what?
Oh, I apologize.
You're fine.
My mic must cut out. We're still at a point in the series to where like there is a lot of story building still going on at this point.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of questions being answered as far as
exactly. A lot of missing puzzle pieces. It's
it's
like it's like putting together the puzzle and you're only getting the outside.
right. You still have no idea what's actually going on. You're
Yeah.
just trying to figure out where to go.
Yeah. Now the question that also comes up with why are they there is, what are they? Where do they
Yeah,
come from? Why the fuck are they there? It Are they aliens? Are they light zombies? Nobody really knows at this point. And everybody's starting to lose their minds. Everybody.
I remember when I was going through this series, like initially as we were researching, and then we reached the part to where he's near the water. And
Mm-hmm.
then as he's like kind of explaining through like how he has this weird folder on his phone
Yeah.
that's just labeled remember, and then there's a I guess he encounters one of the light things, and he remember why he
You're cutting
did I
out
cut
again.
out again?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
said you can't remember why he and then cut out.
that it made it harder to remember why he needed to leave that area because it felt safe by the water.
Yeah.
So it made me wonder if like maybe he was under the influence of one of the light things, I guess is the
Maybe.
best way to put it. And the way that you trigger yourself out of it is through memories,
Maybe.
because that seems to be a recurring theme is that you
Yeah.
don't remember anything,
Yeah.
or you aren't supposed to be able to remember anything.
Yeah.
And then he says that um I believe he thanked his audience,
He
and
did.
when he posted that picture and was like, you guys reminded me why I need to leave. So
Yeah.
maybe that's part of it. Maybe he kind of fell back under the influence, then snapped back out of it,
Yeah.
which would be an interesting
It's
way to
really
go,
interesting.
because then that maybe means that there is a cure to what's going on,
Possible.
especially since there does seem to be active people who are just mindless zombies at this point.
Yeah. What are you guys thinking, chat? What are you
Yeah.
with what's going on so far? What kind of conclusions are you coming to? Are you have any ideas on what necessarily is going on?
Obviously, chat delay might hold off on some of that, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's such an interesting series to look into,
Yeah.
even just this first year of it. You
Yeah.
just see so much interaction and it gains so much traction, and you understand why because it just wraps you into the storyline
Yeah.
from start to finish.
Yeah. I think by the time the zombie gets into the neighbor's house, you're stuck. You have no idea what's going on, and you want to know what's going on. Period. I got no
Right.
clue. This series always confused me, but I like it. Yeah, it's pretty confusing.
Yeah.
And researching this, I still don't have any answers.
There's just so many pathways you can go down when it
Yeah.
comes to theorizing with this whole ARG.
Yeah, it's so open ended. It's
And then the
really
further
open
you
ended.
get in, it's just more questions.
Oh God, yeah. Agreed. It is a good concept, and you're always in suspense. Like you want to know what's going on next. And I would
Right.
imagine while this was going, people were like, "What the fuck is happening? When is he coming back?" Especially during those times where he's gone for months.
Yeah.
I would be like, "What the hell's happening? Is he dead?"
Yeah, I remember kind of story off and on during this time. It was like you would just suddenly get a notification that he tweeted again and you're like, "Oh shit, what the fuck happened now?"
Yeah, yeah,
You were just always wondering what is happening next because every single tweet seems to bring in like a new element to the story.
yeah. But it's. I don't know what's I don't know. I just I want to look more into what's happening.
You just want to know more.
Yeah, like I've maybe looked at this once completely through, and
Right.
going back to it, you're always gonna find something else that you didn't notice before. Like we had the same thing when we were going over this to try and get the show ready. We noticed a lot just going through everything.
Yeah, because you start to notice details that maybe didn't seem as important at the beginning, and you're like, oh, it's weird that he mentioned that. But then looking back, you're like, oh shit, that, like for me, that really hit hard with the water.
Yeah,
Because you just see him randomly mention, like, oh, I'm out of bottled water, so I'm just gonna start drinking from the tap. Okay, cool, you still have water, dude. Why the fuck are you mentioning that? And then you get further in and you realize, oh, the water is actually a key element in possibly affecting your psychological state during all of this.
yeah. It's turning the freaking frogs gay, is what you're saying?
Yes. Yes.
It's insanity trying to figure out what's happening. And we still got a lot to go. We still have, I think they stopped in like June of this year.
Yeah. I think that's the last I remember, the last time I've seen an update, which
Yeah,
obviously we will catch up with
yeah.
next
Next
stream.
week.
But
Yep.
as of this stream, we're ending
Still a
off with this
big
just
old
this first year.
mystery. Big old question mark.
And I agree, Medic. I do really like when the smaller details that they add in aren't just
Fluff, yeah.
bullshit. Yeah,
It means something.
yeah. Because then you overlook it, and then when you're going back, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It makes you want to look back and review the series
Yeah.
from start to finish after
Mm-hmm.
you've already finished it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I feel like that's exactly what you should be going for when telling a story.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's exactly what you need. Going back to all of that. But I think we've pretty much gone over everything that we can at this point.
Yeah.
The TSV is still alive as far as we know.